All right, so we had an irregular verb in our spelling list that I want us to review, and then we'll go ahead and put it in our notebook if it's not there already. It's the verb lay, as in please lay your book down quietly. Lay. All right, try and remember, which A do we use at the end of lay? Tell me if you know it. Good, A, two-letter A, that we do use at the end of English words. That is this one. That's our A, two-letter A that we do use at the end of English words. So I want you to write lay. Right, what do I need to write to spell lay? Which A? Good, A, two-letter A that we do use at the end of English words. That is how we spell lay. So laid, or the past tense of lay, is laid, but we don't use our edit past tense ending. Instead, let's see, what sounds do we hear in laid? All right, one more time. It's O, A, D, but we're not using our edit past tense ending. Instead, it's just our regular D, and the A is a two-letter A that we do not use at the end of English words. Which A do we use in laid? Good, a two-letter A that we do not use at the end of English words. Write laid and say the sounds while you write them. All right, tell me what I need to write to spell laid. Oh, let's see. I should have used it in a sentence. He laid his book down on the couch. Laid. Right. What do I need to write to spell it? Which A? Good. A, two-letter A that we do not use at the end of English words. All right. So I can't remember if we already put this in or in our orthography notebook. It is not in mine. So you can check in your orthography notebook and see if you have already put lay and laid in there on page 19. If you haven't, I'll get mine out and show you where. All right, so lay is irregular, we know that. Right, so if you don't have it written yet, the present and future tense is lay, so that would go on this line. And then on the same line, we'll go over here to the third column. See, the third column is past. And we'll write laid right there. After you write it, make sure you mark it. All right, and let's go ahead and write a regular verb on, this is page 18. We want to write a regular verb and then put it in the past tense. What do we do to put a regular verb in past tense? Right, we do our edit past tense ending. So we reviewed the word wash the other day. Which ah do we use in wash? Right, we use ah. So go ahead and whatever your first available line is, we might not have put in any regular verbs. Uh-oh, we've got to practice that. So your first available line for the present and future tense, right, wash. I wash my dog. I will wash my dog, right? That's right now, or in the future we use wash. In the past tense, I washed my dog last week. So wash, and then we're going to add our edit past tense ending. After you've written it, let's see. I'll go ahead and write washed for you so you can check your work. All right, so this is how we would write washed. The only thing we need to remember when we're doing regular verbs is if our ed-dit gets its own syllable or not. So remember, if it's saying its first sound, ed, then it gets its own syllable. If it's saying d or t, it does not get its own syllable. So washed, I can always just put my hand on my chin and say the word and check. Washed. All right, that's still one syllable. And we'll just go ahead and mark it. Oh, it's saying its third sound. Good, we underline our sh. And then our ed-dit, washed, it's saying its third sound as well. Okay. Let's do one more regular verb. So still on page 18, a verb that we learned, and then we're going to make it past tense. So our present and future tense will be brush. Brush. All right, we use the same sh in brush as we use in wash. Right? Sh used at the beginning of a word or the end of a syllable, but never the beginning of a syllable after the first one, except for the ending ship. All right, so go ahead and write brush for your regular verbs in the first column. All right, so to make brush, so brush is a regular verb. So to make it past tense, all I need to do is add my ed-dit past tense ending. I will brush my hair tonight. Yesterday, I brushed my hair. So I'll just see if that's still one syllable or if it's more. Brushed. Okay, brushed. It's saying our ed-dit is saying its second or third sound, so it does not get its own syllable. Okay, so right by where you wrote brush, or on the same line as brush, but in the third column, the past tense column, write brushed. And then after you've written it, after you've written and marked it, you can check and make sure it's correct. All right, so this is how we would write and mark brushed. We're going to keep practicing making our regular verbs past tense. We'll focus on doing that some for the rest of the year because that's an important skill to have. Good job, and I'll see you next time.